Hello everyone, and welcome back to our International Affairs Analysis channel. Today, we're diving into a shocking and highly significant development. Ukraine has announced an unconditional ceasefire in its war with Russia. Is this a turning point that could lead to peace? Or is it a signal that Ukraine is running out of options in this prolonged and devastating conflict? In this video, we'll break down the military, political, and geopolitical aspects behind this decision and what it means for the future of the region. Directed ***, Part 1. The military context, ***, since February 2022. The war between Russia and Ukraine has become one of the most brutal and far-reaching conflicts of the 21st century. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers have died, and millions of Ukrainian civilians have been displaced from their homes. Despite receiving massive financial and military support from the West, Ukraine is now facing increasing challenges. The much-anticipated 2023 summer counteroffensive failed to achieve major territorial gains, while Russia has maintained its heavily fortified defensive lines. Internally, Ukraine's economy is collapsing, inflation is soaring, and manpower shortages are growing critical. Meanwhile, Russia, though heavily sanctioned, has managed to keep up its war machine with support from countries like China, Iran, and others in Central Asia. It continues launching devastating attacks on Ukraine's energy infrastructure and urban centers. Puzzle piece ***, Part 2. Why an unconditional ceasefire? So why would Ukraine announce a ceasefire without any conditions, no demand for Russian troop withdrawal, no requirement for the return of occupied territories, no preconditions of any kind? Some analysts view this as a desperate move, but also a calculated one. Consider the following. First, Ukraine is under growing pressure from Western allies. The US is heading into election season, and European support is beginning to waver as the war drags on with no end in sight. Second, domestic fatigue is setting in. Ukrainians are tired of war. Thousands of conscripts are unwilling to fight, and the government of President Zelensky is under pressure to show signs of de-escalation. Third, by announcing the ceasefire unilaterally and unconditionally, Ukraine may be trying to reclaim the moral high ground, portraying itself as the side willing to seek peace, while shifting the burden of responsibility onto Russia. But unconditional also means no guarantees in return. If Russia continues to press forward, Ukraine may find itself on the defensive, militarily and diplomatically. ***, Part 3. International reactions, ***, Russia has not issued an official response. But according to insider sources, the Kremlin sees no reason to halt its current operations. Moscow may interpret the ceasefire as a sign of weakness and use the opportunity to reinforce its positions and demand even more in future negotiations. In the West, reactions are mixed. Some European leaders welcome the move, seeing it as an opening for diplomacy. In Washington, however, there are growing concerns that Ukraine may be preparing for major concessions, which would make continued aid politically untenable. Among Ukrainians themselves, opinion is sharply divided. A segment of the population supports the ceasefire, weary from years of bloodshed, but many others feel betrayed, believing that their soldiers have died to defend land that may now be ceded without a fight. Crystal ball ***, Part 4. What lies ahead? Could this ceasefire lead to genuine peace talks? Possibly, if both sides and international stakeholders come together to establish a realistic framework for negotiations. But there are real dangers. Russia could exploit the ceasefire to regroup and resume attacks later. Ukraine could face domestic instability, especially from nationalist factions who view any territorial concessions as unacceptable. In the long run, Ukraine will need to rebuild its defense forces, restructure its economy, and recalibrate its diplomatic strategy to survive in a region still heavily influenced by Russian power. Loudspeaker ***, conclusion, ***, an unconditional ceasefire. It sounds like a humanitarian gesture, a step toward peace. But in geopolitics, nothing is ever truly unconditional. Every move comes with consequences. Will this be the beginning of the end of the war? Or is it a tactical pause before a more dangerous chapter unfolds? Time will tell. Clapperboard ***, call to action, ***, what do you think of Ukraine's decision? A courageous move for peace? Or a subtle signal of surrender? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Your support helps us continue bringing you in-depth global coverage like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.